Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss who from the ABV Network universe are our male and female world champion drinkers. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Lenny Eckstein, Kathy Cool, Katie Joyce, and Jeff Andruzzi.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello. So I have our world champions. I think I've got the answers, but I'm going to wait to share that till after the break. Probably have the team here weigh in a little bit and see if anyone can get who I think, but we'll get to that very soon. For right now, McNew said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah, question for you guys. Is a flavor that you cannot stand with bourbon? So I always drink these like strawberry Crystal Lights that have the caffeine in them instead of pop. And I hate that after bourbon. And I usually just have water with me, but that's all I had. And I took a drink of it after I drank something and it was horrible. I don't like strawberry with bourbon. So is there any flavor you guys just cannot stand to have with bourbon?
Do
you mean before or after?
Afterwards.
Okay, not before. Got it.
Jumps out to me right away.
I mean, it could really go either way, but mine was after.
Any bitter vegetable like a cucumber, the peeling, celery, it does not. Those don't mix for me at all.
Okay.
I've only done it a couple times.
Yeah. The solution is to cut those vegetables out. Cut them out of your diet. You'll be good. You'll be good to go. You'll be good to go.
Steve Akeley.
Yeah, those are the ones you kick out. Yeah, he hit them. He nailed them. So, all right. Anything else you think just doesn't go with bourbon? Anything?
Something I found, I'll do both before and after. Before, I've come to realize in the past, I don't know, it took me like a year or two ago, certain drinks with, I don't know if it's like just synthetic sweeteners. Like, I don't think of stevia as synthetic because I think it comes from a tree. I don't know which one it is, like if it's stevia or xylitol, whatever. But I find that some form of artificial synthetic sweetener fucks with my palate significantly. Where if I'm trying to evaluate the qualities, like really can't. Everything's off for like a few hours or at least an hour. So I hate that, not because the flavor's so bad, but it just kind of fucks around with my sensibilities on flavor. And then after, the only thing I could really come up with would be like a sandwich. It does not go well.
You're not going to get anyway.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
That goes poorly with everything in your world.
It doesn't work well.
Yeah. Okay.
Flavors.
Katie,
I can't think of anything, but I also don't drink strawberry Crystal Light.
So it's one of those things where I really like that and I really like bourbon. Like, two great things are terrible together. It's one of those situations.
I'm a walking garbage disposal.
I know, right?
I don't think
I will
everybody
eat
goes to
anything in
yeah.
front of me and drink.
I know.
So.
I'm trying to think like what.
Although, like,
what
I agree with Jeff's point of the bitter vegetables. I was like, okay, I feel like that would make sense. I haven't noticed it because I just don't pay attention, I guess, to the flavors of what I'm actually eating. But some of this makes sense, but I've never noticed. I mean, I'm going to pay more attention now.
Yeah, I think
when we're done recording for the night, I'll have to go and rate our fridges and see what's good and not.
Do a testing. Yeah.
I think my reaction is like Lenny's with the artificial sweetener there. It messes with the palate, and the bourbon doesn't overcome it.
So I think like the worst cocktail you could make would be like a cucumber strawberry smash. Like we're gonna be out on those.
Oh.
No thanks.
we do, and sometimes it surprises you that like we did a Christmas cookie pairing with bourbon. We had tried all these different Christmas cookies, and the one that didn't work with any of them, and a sugar cookie. Now you would initially you think sugar cookie is kind of a neutral one. It's going to pair with everything. The problem was that sugar on the outside, when you take a bite of the cookie and you take a drink of the bourbon, it turns that sugar on the outside of the cookie very bitter for some reason. I don't understand. There's probably some science there that I don't understand, but it was not good. That's one of the few examples of something that was weird. It's kind of vile, really, but it was
Isn't
the one.
It the same kind of icing you find on a Pop-Tart? That kind of shell of icing?
I'm not talking about like an ice sugar cookie. I'm talking about just a sugar cookie that has the actual sugar on the outside.
Oh,
not iced.
Not iced. Okay.
Granular sugar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
I have a single sugar cookie left in the pantry. I might have to go grab it and test this theory.
Yes, go grab it right now. Well, I think that'll be good for this segment.
While I've never done this, I feel like pickles, either sweet or extra dill, would be horrible as a.
Well, yeah. But that we say that, but a lot of people do those pickleback shots. But
shots. We're talking about a different animal here. Like I feel like just in terms of like, and maybe I'm misunderstanding McNew's point, but I think in terms of like,
oh my God, he doesn't even pay attention.
He doesn't understand me.
that was
speaking English.
Oh.
Katie, come back.
Everything fall apart.
He doesn't like when you make fun of her voice, but it has to be done. I mean, yeah. All right, she's got her sugar cookie. I think she's getting some neat bourbon and a sugar cookie. Try this.
We're gonna try.
Let's see the sugar cookie.
Yeah, I need to see the cookie.
Let me verify the cookie.
Oh, that is definitely just
sugar cookie. That's sugar cookie. Okay. All right. Take a bite of that and a drink of your bourbon and see what you think.
Okay, which one? You know what? I'm even going to pair it with some Midwinter Night's Dram. We're going to go with nice.
Okay. No one can say, well, it's like bad. She put bad bourbon on there, so we're gonna give this sugar cookie a chance here.
Okay, so I'm going to do just the bourbon first.
Okay. Okay.
Delicious as always.
And some more bourbon.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Right. Sugar cookie.
Take a drink now. Right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what
a combination.
Yeah, a little combination. Okay.
That's not great.
See, I told you. It doesn't work with sugar cookies for some reason.
Did you get a sour flavor? Like
yeah. It's sour. It's bad.
Yeah, like the cookie can't hold up to it. So it's like if you try to use the wrong kind of whiskey in a cocktail and it just like disappears kind of. There's no other flavor to hold up. And something about, I don't know if it's the sugar on the outside or one of the other ingredients, but it got a sour taste as it combined.
Yeah.
This is like bourbon bro science.
Yeah.
I know. What other kind of cookies do you have in the house?
I think I have some thin mints in the freezer.
I think that'd be a terrible pairing. Let's
the
try
one,
it.
The one they have the new lemon iced ones, and we thought that's going to be bad. It worked with all of them. It was like, it's like almost like drinking a cocktail. It's like the twist in there or something, like the old fashioned. Cool. It worked well.
Yeah. The tagalongs are my favorite with bourbon.
Like they go with bourbon. Oh yeah,
I could see that for sure.
Yeah, either of the peanut butter ones.
You have to say that's the peanut butter filled one, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew this time. She went last time. What do you got there, McNew?
I'm going to go some 1792 Foolproof.
Okay. It was audible. That's all I'm going to say. It was audible. All right. Kathy?
Oh, I'm going to open up a bottle of the Neely Bourbon.
Neely Bourbon.
It's their Wheater.
Okay. That was solid. A little sloshy, but yeah.
A little sloshy.
I thought you were going to bang the desk, but you didn't. So
I know. I was trying not to make desk noises, so I held it up higher.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Katie's next.
I'm going to do some 10th Mountain.
Okay.
So we'll try a different whiskey with my cookie here too.
Okay. Oh, that's the lead. Will be tough to beat. We'll go ahead and still play this thing out. So, Jeff, you're next if you want to try.
Yeah, I'll try. I've got some Hidden Barn, the Jackie's I Can pick. I'll give that one a try.
Okay, that was solid.
That
was good. That was a good one, but not good enough. So I've got Barrel Strength Buzzard's Roost. Barrel Strength Buzzard Roost. Nice base to it. Very, very pleasant to the ear. Probably the most pleasant one of all of them, but not what we're looking for in a cork pop. So that means Katie still has the lead, but Lenny is last. What do you got there,
I just want to say your bassy cork pop was almost like the first note in a jazz song on one of those big bass.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was nice. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. All right. Lenny, what do you got?
Well, let me just say I had a cork pop all queued up that I was quite certain was going to be a cannon, but I don't think it could be Katie's, so I'm saving it for another time.
That's how you play the game, Jeff.
I just swapped it exactly. I'm going actually, and Jeff inspired me. I'm going with a well-loved bottle of Hidden Barn.
There you go.
Okay.
It's like the second note of Steve's song.
Yeah. We're putting it together. So there you go. Of course, Katie wins there. That was a great one by Katie. So cheers.
Cheers.
It's like a gavel.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about who are our world champions when it comes to drinking. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. Hey, this is Lenny. I'm a vegan and I don't eat sandwiches, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about who are our world champion drinkers.
Yes, we are. So
I need to figure out what we mean by world champion drinkers. Are we talking about the
you and I
outlast?
You and I are sitting across the table from one another. We are drinking shot for shot until someone drops. That would be whoever it is that wins that match. This is we're talking about the world champion. Who's the best?
Should the world champion, though, should there be any factor for a person who can handle their whiskey? So there could be someone who will outdrink the entire table, but they're going to be freaking stupid at the end of it. Another person may end up 2 drinks shy, but they're functioning. Like even if they are totally gone, they're keeping themselves upright. They're not getting in trouble. I feel like there should be a factor there for.
I agree. Also, shouldn't size be a factor?
It's subjective. It's subjective. We got to have weight categories now. We can't just have male, female. Now we got to have weight
size.
Categories.
This is finally a category where the big people have an advantage here. Okay, let's ignore
size.
Thank
you. No. Yeah.
I like the big factor.
Yes.
What if you drop your glass? Does that make you like disqualified?
Yeah.
No. Drop your glass. Yes. Yes.
Well,
wrong name. Does anyone want to? Does anyone? This isn't about the matches itself, because there's no real matches here. So it's about who we think is it. So we've talked about a couple things to help you guys out a little bit, to get you in the mindset, but the show is dedicated to the people, not to the process. Who do we think the people are?
And we're talking about the ABV Network Crew Club.
God. Jesus
fucking universe.
Completely off the rails
can't do a
already.
show. Let's just wrap this son of a bitch up and go.
I have a name.
I'm sorry about this one, folks. You know, when you do a show every day, there's going to be some stinkers in there. There's nothing we can fucking do. It just happens.
No,
I'm going to throw one out there.
Okay? All right, here we go. My God, the first name goes 40 minutes into this motherfucker. Here comes the name. What do you got?
For the guys,
please.
My caveat is pound for pound. That friggin' Von Neaters. I saw him pack it away.
Von Neaters. Not only that. When we went to, so we go to the hotel, you have to check in. You have to go through a class on the ice machine. They don't just allow you to go use willy-nilly use the ice machine. You have to attend a class to learn how to use it. Whether or not you're going to use the ice, it's mandatory that you take an ice class. Even if you're like, I'm sorry, no problem. I'm not drinking. I won't have any ice. You have to take the ice class. And the guy tells you.
Even if you're allergic to ice, you have to take the class.
Yes, you got to take the class. Yeah. And let me tell you something. There's no different in their ice machine than anybody else's. It was basically put the bucket in the bottom, hit the button, the ice comes down like this.
So it makes me think, what happened that they feel they need to teach a lesson
I know,
on ice?
there had to be something
who
where
spilled ice and somebody else
who just flooded the hallway.
Right.
And it was
and then they're like, I didn't know. No one told me how to use this thing. They're like, all right, that's it. That's the last time this happens. We're telling everybody. You got to go through the ice class.
Checkered the ice machine.
Yeah. So we go through the whole thing. We do this whole night of drinking, and I saw that Von Neaters, after all that drinking, he went back and shot a ice machine video making fun of the it was fantastic. I'll have to post that one on Bourbon Sasquatch. It's a good video. It's a good one.
Very functional at the end of a lot of drinking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a deal where it was drink the table, and I'll tell you who was the most drunk. Number one drunk was Jeff and Drizzy, 100% gone.
Is that true?
Were like
that was true.
2 bottles on that table.
It's a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot, but yeah. So Von Neaters, I give Von Neaters credit. I think he looks like he could be a drinker. He's in the mix. Anybody else?
He's been with several shows, and usually people's first couple shows, you're a hot mess. He's always held it together.
Right.
Like he's never been.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like McNew fell off a chair on one of her first couple shows and still did the rest of the show from the floor. She couldn't get up, but
he's always been upright, as far as I know. So he's holding it together pretty well.
I can think of a few of them where we were complete shit shows, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm here," like just cool to keep functioning, keeping it going down the river.
Yeah, Von Neaters is a nice guy too. He's a nice guy for sure. All right, anybody else?
I would like to nominate Steve.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
I think a great example of it too is that for your birthday, Becca posted on Facebook, and in this grouping of photos, she had one she mentioned she said the only time she's truly seen you drunk, and the amount of drinking that you do. and the volume that you can drink, and the fact that Becca had said that this was the one time that she got a photo where you were truly gone. Like that says right there.
And that's a good point. In the beginning, Katie's like, is it people that hold themselves together? And I was also going to say Steve, because he can drink all day with all of us. We'll be a hot mess. And this man looks like he just like woke up sober, even though he's 15 drinks in. Like Steve holds it together. And I don't know if it's like a
goes
size
back to
thing
Lenny's point, the size for sure.
Or an old man thing. I don't know what
it is. And it's a combination, old man. A lot of years of drinking combined with the size.
It's just a superpower he has that he holds his shit together. And he might be drunk. We just don't know.
We just don't know.
I mean, just listen to any podcast that was the last of the night. And usually Steve's the only one who's like, all right, guys, we're actually doing something here. I guess I'll just do this all on my own.
Yeah.
Kind of like this show.
This is true. Here's one no one's hit on it yet. I think our world champion, and again, this is in the ABV Network world. It's Bronner. Bronner is a champion drinker. My God, that guy.
That is good.
He doesn't slow down.
Bro.
I want to throw out a couple female names here that I think are champions. I think that McNew is a solid contender, and maybe on any given night. But McNew, her greatest ability is the ability to fall down and get back up again. I don't know how she does it.
For sure,
she's like, if it was a boxer, it would be you can never knock this person out. You might knock them down, but they're not going to get knocked out. That's how McNew is. She has that ability. But the true champ is Kathy. Kathy, 100%. So
KK was on my list.
God, yes, Kathy drinks so much. Oh, God. She'll come in and be like, I'm not going to hardly drink, and then I'm only drinking cocktails. So then she'll drink like 11 cocktails, and then she'll switch to drinking, shots.
Straight.
Yeah.
But then I have to sleep it off for like 2 days. So.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. The aftermath, we're not there for the aftermath. Yeah. I don't know what the impact on you is, but yeah.
So I will say there are times, like I always hit this wall, and there's sometimes I am blacked out. And people will be like, yeah, you went here, and here with us. I was like, physically, yes, but I don't recall being there. And that is terrifying. So
you know what, McNew, you get used to it. I usually don't remember shows 4 and 5.
Wow.
You still do them at least. So and the difference here's
English on those shows. So
sometimes it's English.
It's English, but it's not. I mean, it's usually combative and stuff like that. I mean, but it makes for good shows. Whereas McNew just checks out. When McNew is too drunk, she just good night. Leanna doesn't even say anything. Just
down.
Just Irish exit the podcast.
Yep. Yeah, just leave the podcast. Mm-hmm.
I have hosted show number 5 because McNew.
I do like when, I've been there for a few times when Kathy picked up the co-host duties because McNew just deuces and was out.
That's why Kathy's her champ and not McNew. So
I would think Becca Sue could outdrink me in a minute.
Becca was on my list.
Yeah, I could see that.
I was going to ask about Becca because that's the only one of the females of the crew that I've actually met. And she talks a good game, but I've never seen it. So
especially I think with the high proof that she can really down some high proof whiskey. So
also, she's not big. She's smaller than me.
No, yeah,
she is small.
Quite tiny, really. But
but I think she it's hard to it's to be a champ. You gotta have some matches, right? You gotta fight. A boxer has to box. You can't be the champion and never box. And Becca doesn't. She doesn't hit it hard. Very much anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say she seems like she's slowed down isn't the right word, but like maybe got her shit together. So she is not like
slowed down.
Being more professional about it.
Professional now.
Yeah.
So she slowed down a bit. She got professional.
She's aging out.
I wouldn't say professional.
For God's sake, don't say that.
I'm not saying any of that shit to her. You all can face her after saying everything you just said. No way am I saying jumping on the board with any of that.
Yeah. Well. What about Lenny? Does anybody think Lenny? No, Lenny doesn't drink that much, really. He throws most of it on the banister.
But
yeah. No, he doesn't. He's not much of a drinker, except for.
Marinated Lenny.
Right? Marinated Lenny, on the other hand, drinks a lot. So yeah.
The only drink I had that night.
But you have to Some of the people who take on a whole different personality when they're drinking. So like if you look at sober them, you're like, no, not them. But when they actually get like in the groove, and you're like, when they're in their groove, that person, that sometimes it's not every time they drink, but sometimes they can just really get in the right zone.
Right.
Turn into a whole different person.
Yeah. Yeah. So anybody else nominations?
Neil Robinson, like he's not on the shows and stuff, but they come to our events. Neil can drink all day, but he is
Neil does drink a lot. He shows the effects though. He definitely shows the effects. He doesn't think he does. He doesn't think he does, but he does.
They're subtle, though, right?
They're subtle, but I know what to look for, I guess, because I see it. So yeah.
I guess by the time he's drunk, I'm drunk, and that's why
I'm drunker. I don't even know.
Yeah. So
as long as he just paces himself with the crowd.
Yeah.
I think the longevity drinking, that's definitely a factor, though, of someone who can drink all day.
All day. Mm-hmm. I mean, no one would top the legend.
Yeah, the legend. Yeah, that's true. He was our heavyweight champion, and Danny was up there too. Yeah, but Danny, of course, certainly felt the effects. Where the legend would just keep going. He had the longevity. Whereas Danny's eventually going to pass out. Right? He always did that.
Sometimes talking about Nutella popcorn.
Yeah. Starts making up recipes.
Yeah.
Still one of the wildest stories ever. Got so drunk, just made up an entire detailed story about.
Had a process and the whole thing.
That was Freddie Mills. Freddie Mills made Nutella popcorn.
Talking about different personalities.
Wow. Yeah. So there you go. Well, go ahead, Kathy. Got one other one?
I was trying to think of another. Yeah. No. I mean, everybody pretty good shit face. I mean, Ryan Thompson can throw back.
Yeah, Ryan Thompson. Yeah,
but he's a billionaire, so he can afford
the stories I've heard, though, on the handling part of it, once you get there,
right.
lose a few points.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm going to see Ryan.
From what I hear, that he's willing to go for it, which is.
Where are you going to see him at?
We're going to be in Denver for the American Craft Spirits Association convention.
Okay. Well, tell him we said hi.
Be a good time. Drinks will be consumed.
I'm sure. So, okay. Well, there you go. There's some names out there, folks. Who do you think is our champions?
That you threw me out there.
We threw out some names for you, and if you think you're worthy, tell us what you think. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, X, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's, 2 Z's.
Are you reading that? Be honest.
I did the first time.
That's good preparation. You get a gold star. Way to go,
right.
Jeff.
All right, Kathy, how about you?
You can find me accepting my award for being
look at your
drinker.
Those are your winner.
Is that a Key West award?
It is.
It was.
And on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can also order our whiskey shipped to your door, and you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
Katie.
Oh, I thought you were going to forget about me that time. Look at that. You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. Jeff was recently there. Fantastic place, right, Jeff?
It was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri, or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.